Okay, before we start, this one is going to be weird. Not like seeing your uncle kiss your cousin weird, but it's going to make a lot of you disagree with me for a short period of time. But that kind of happens with every single video on any social media platform that I make, so I'm totally fine with that. If there is one thing in the world that we all hate as humans, and especially as entrepreneurs, it's people that owe us money. Whether that be a friend borrowing cash from us, an unpaid invoice, people not settling their debts, it just is so annoying. This isn't going to be some mental resilience, harness the chi energy of someone owing you like $5,000 or something. It's the principle behind being owed money. Now, this happened a couple of years ago. One of my good friends, Kieran, his dad, Phil, was having a conversation with him about someone, a mutual contact that we both knew, that owed me something like 250 quid. Really not a lot of money, but I was one of those people that even if you owed me £5, it was a question of loyalty and respect. If you were avoiding someone for a small amount of money, it really made me question your integrity as a man. And I was complaining out loud, like I shouldn't be doing that anyway, that's just poor mental strength. But I was complaining to Phil, and he said something to me that's always stuck with me since that day.
Over 85% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to keep up to date with amazing free business, life advice, vlogs, all that kind of good stuff, make sure you click subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video, like it too, and hit the notification bell to be updated for our future uploads.
He said, Richard, consider that £250 as a payment. I was thinking to myself, where is this going? A payment for what? He said to me, how good a friend is that person? Well, they're okay. Are they there when you do a big event, when you launch a new product, when you achieve something amazing? Not always. Are they there for the party afterwards when you're buying the bottles and you're, out in the town with your friends? Yeah, okay. And are they always checking in on you, making sure you're okay in the tough times? Well, no, to be honest. And would you say, when you think about it, your friend's that person out of habit? Yeah, it was probably for knowing them for years. And what Phil said to me was, what you've done there, Richard, is you have paid £250 to get rid of a bad friend. He's going to avoid you like the plague forever, so you're never going to need to see him again. You don't need to take phone calls from him, see his social media content, or be annoyed by his presence. And ultimately, in the face of where you're going in life and the money that you're going to make, this could have happened for a much larger sum of money. Because one of my flaws personally in life sometimes is being too helpful to my friends. Or now, when I look at it, my past friends. If they needed something, they needed me there, they needed support, I would always provide it. Sometimes to my own detriment. And this was one of those situations. And it took me a second of frustration, not because I needed the £250, but because I felt disrespected. I was angry at that person for taking that money and deliberately avoiding me and paying it back. But then I thought to myself, what would annoy me more? The day when I actually realised that person's a bad friend? If this never had happened, or if they'd paid me back and then down the line I trusted them by giving them more money, or just having to deal with their general blaming, complaining and justifying the fact that they didn't have a good life, but they were too lazy to actually work for it. And at that moment, that's when I realised that was the best £250 I'd ever spent. I then started thinking about all the little times that people had borrowed money and kept money from me, and some people had cut me out of business deals. And as much as it would be nice to add up that £10,000-20,000 and have it in my pocket, I realised that those were some of the best bits of money that I'd ever spent and some of the greatest lessons I'd ever learned in my life. If you're owed money by a bad friend, someone who doesn't treat you right, someone who's not there for you through the dark times, someone who doesn't check in on you, someone that you wouldn't want to be lying in a trench beside, and they just happen to owe you money, do me one favour right now. Take your phone, block their number, unfollow them on Instagram, remove them from Facebook. You're now free from an exceptionally large burden. Where you are in your life, that money might mean a lot to you right now. I know if you're watching this video right now, you're someone who's destined for bigger things. You're watching content like mine and many other creators to educate yourself and try and achieve something greater in life. One day you're going to look at the mirror, you're going to be chatting to your other friends and your good friends, you're going to laugh about the stress that you felt that day. It is not worth financially, mentally or otherwise the stress you would put on yourself chasing those sums of money. Let's make sure that we focus our energy into things that are revenue producing, not revenue stealing. And bad friends are some of the biggest causes of the latter. Be smart with your money, continue being a good friend, but don't be a fool, because I've learned the lesson for you. Since we're on the topic of money in this video, if you're interested in expanding your horizons, creating more income, what I want you to do is click the card down below. It's going to send you to our online academy, the Yes Academy. If you're looking to find different ways to make more money, expand an existing business, start your first ever business, leave that job you don't like, that is a place you need to be. So make sure you click down there, get your academy access sorted, and I'll